I love competing. I love fighting. I mean, I love it that it's opening a new market. The Russian fans, or people can get to see me instead of just. I mean, I wanted, even before this fight, before I fought Curtis and lost to Curtis, I wanted someone higher. But I just I said to myself, it's a good opportunity again. I can open another market. It gets me closer to finishing my contract, which is good. I mean, like I'm not getting a top 5 guy or anything. I've gone from number 5 or 6 to number 8. The guy Derek Lewis, I bet he's number 2. I'm like, I can't catch a break here. So I know I fucked up when I lost to Curtis, but it is what it is. So me getting back in there and competing was great. So that's why I said yes to Russia. So and the fucking tax man doesn't stop calling anyway. So
Well, it's interesting that you mentioned it because we know you don't have many fights left on your UFC contract. How likely is it that you think you might get like a title shot before it runs out, or is that something that's sort of not really in your mind space anymore?
Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen. But these days the rankings don't really matter. I don't think anyway. So. Like I said, I'm just going to take fight as it comes. I said after this match, I said to Zan if I can get a match on the Adelaide card or anywhere, get another match as soon as possible if I'm not injured. And then go from there. A title shot is probably not even the same. There's a lot more guys that are far more deserving. But it is what it is, man. You got guys that are floating around like Brock Lesnar. He gets a title shot and I don't even know why. So, but end of the day, it's just the way it is. So.
I was going to say, what was your reaction when you saw Lesnar got that title shot against DC?
Well, why do we have rankings for? And it is what it is, man. It's not my call. It's just the way it is. It's not too much. I think it's shit though, but
I mean, you fought Lesnar when he was involved in some controversy. Are you giving him much of a chance against DC here, or do you believe DC wins that one?
How does that work? The motherfucker's a cheater. How is that controversial? Fucking little cunt's fucking cheating using steroids. How is that no talking about it's a little bit of controversy? The fucking guy is cheating. Fucking.
We're trying to be nice here. We don't want to. We don't want to. We don't want to get into it too much, but just so people know that they did know there was some controversy around that whole fight. Do you think there's going to be controversy around the DC one, or?
Try and hurt me and you say, oh, we're going to be nice here. Fuck that cheater, man. How are you going to be nice to the guys that are taking shortcuts, man? Don't give them that. Why would you want to give them that sort of that shit? Fuck, they don't deserve it. All these guys are just shortcut takers, and to me, that's all they'll ever be. Nothing else, Do
you like the idea of Tai Tuivasa fighting him? Because when Tai was on the show, he said that he'd love to fight Brock Lesnar and sort of avenge you in that sense.
Tai can fight any of these guys. I said so much, what? Like I said before, all he's got to have is an even playing field. That's all we're trying to get in. What I'm saying, and if he fights them, he's got to make sure that all these guys it's on an even playing field, not a disadvantage, because these motherfuckers are cheating, flat out. Don't be nice about that. They're breaking the law, breaking the rules. Fuck them.
Well, speaking of your contract, Dana White actually said a couple of months ago that he'd look to renew your contract. Is that something you might be open to? I mean, you're in a big headlining fight here in Moscow. How do you feel about possibly fighting on for the UFC?
I haven't, like I said, I don't want a lawsuit or court case against any of these guys. I said to Dana already about this shit, take that motherfucker's money off him. Don't give it to me. Just take it off the council. He doesn't get nothing. But they wouldn't have it. So, that's why we're here now. And with this lawsuit, all I've been trying to do is make it an even playing field. It's not even, these guys. These guys are cheating flat out, and they're still getting these opportunities. Why? Honestly, I know the reason why, but, fuck it. I'm not going to sit around and play, get fucking injured. Like I said, I've got injuries already from fighting from guys that have been cheating. And, it's not, you're never the same when you get injured like that, because look at my hand. It's broken. Got 16 screws in it, and I'm not as strong on the other hand. It just affects you especially this body being my livelihood. Even that good-looking face.
I was just going to say, just on that hand, do you find it feels different in fights, and do you find it sort of affects the fights in any way when you fight these days?
And it's not as strong as I hit something small and it hurts. It's never the same again. You get injuries like this, it just changes you. And that's just the way it is with fighting. I mean, like, do you think that's an injury like that's ever going to be the same? No, I've had to have another operation. Of course, it changes you. It just you're not the same person when things like this, the shit like this happen. So. After this fight, I'm trying to get down to like 110 kilograms, so I don't have to worry about no cut. So, I don't know. I might have a nice feed of KFC, see what happens, but I might go check out Russia more, especially because you don't really get to party much anywhere, especially in a place like Russia. But we'll see what happens. Who knows? You might go to the fight, get a hiding, and won't feel like doing anything, just eating KFC.
So you think there's actually a good chance that if everything goes well in this main event and you come out unscathed, you could have a quick turnaround and actually fight in Adelaide? This is something that you've spoken to Zen and the UFC about.
Yeah, I hope so. I hope so. It'll be. I already spoke to Zen. I said I'd like to get a match if I'm not injured as soon as possible. And if it's Adelaide, then so be it. It's. I'll look forward to it. It'd be great. It'd be just 3 rounds anyway. So.
That's a good point.
To fight the same card as a tie, on the undercard also, it'd be great. It'd be a good send-off.
Hopefully Dan Kelly gets on there. He's aiming for that retirement fight, so you get a lot of Aussies on there. Just wondering, I know you've obviously got Aleksei this weekend, but did you sort of...
It'll be me and Dan's retirement fight, which is great, fighting at home.
What do you mean? You if you fought on that card, you'd retire on that card?
Well, I mean, if it'll be my last fight with the UFC, so it'd be great. I don't know about retiring per se. Like I said, it'll be finishing from the big time. And like I want to fight 3 more times globally or 4. We'll see what happens. But for the division, and end up chasing that cut that dream off. So that's how it works. But who knows? Maybe retire with Dan Kelly. It'd be fun fighting at home. So.
Is there, again, we know you're fighting Aleksei, but is there an opponent that would make sense for that final UFC fight in Adelaide if you had a look at the rankings?
You know me, man. It doesn't matter. I fight everywhere. I fight in the car park. It doesn't matter.
All right, well.
You don't get paid, so anyone's fine for me.